without further ado, here are the predictions for each of the divisions in the National Football League. You have the AFC East. First of all, the New England Patriots. They now have an NFL record of 19 consecutive regular season games dating back to December of 2006. And of course, as we all know, they won all 16 of their games last year to go undefeated in the regular season. And the schedule is pretty easy. They face a weak NFC West, and they only face 4 total playoff teams from last year. And then you have the offensive nucleus is back with Tom Brady, Randy Moss, Wes Welker, and a deep running game. Check this out. They have Lawrence Maroney, but also Sammy Morris is back from injury, Kevin Falk, and newly acquired Lamont Jordan. I mean, that's a lot of depth at the running back position. And the defensive core is mostly back. The front three is great with Vince Wilfork, Ty Warren, and of course, all-world defensive end Richard Seymour. But the linebackers are getting older. They are getting older. I mean, they do have Adelius Thomas and young Jared Mayo. And the secondary that's the weakest part of that defense. And I think that can come back and bite them in the you-know-what when it comes to, I think they're going to give up some big pass plays this year. And but overall, with their schedule, they should win at least 13 games. And I would not be surprised if they did go undefeated again when you look at the schedule and when you look at how Coach Belichick really knows how to plan a game plan for each team. So you have the New York Jets. Oh, the Patriots, as you see right there, the seed is in parentheses, the number seed. So the Patriots will be the number 1 seed, and the Jets will be the number 6 seed. They will be the last team in the AFC to make the playoffs. I have to talk about Brett Favre. He will make a difference. He is better than Chad Pennington and Kellen Clemens. With that strong right arm, he will provide a jolt for that team. And the O-line is improved. I mean, you have potential first-time Pro Bowlers in Nick Mangold at center and DeBrickashaw Ferguson at tackle. And you have also, too, joining them, Pro Bowlers Alan Faneca and Damian Woody. And Thomas Jones, this is going to help him have a big year at running back. He should have over 1,300 yards and more than 2 total touchdowns from last year. I see him having around 8, 9 total touchdowns. And the Jets defense, they have so much potential. 3 of the best up-and-coming defensive players in the NFL with inside linebacker David Harris, free safety Kerry Rhodes, and cornerback Darrelle Revis. These guys, definitely at least 2 of these guys will make the Pro Bowl this year. And then you have veteran players that really stabilize the defense. And Chris Jenkins, nose tackle, they need that big guy in the middle, and Jenkins could provide that if he can stay healthy, as well as Calvin Pace, who's a good run defender at outside linebacker. They will definitely make the playoffs. The Buffalo Bills, I have to say, their D is very strong. They can be a top 10 group in the NFL, their defense. They are able to get Aaron Scrobel, who had a single sack year last year. He only had around 6.5 sacks. That definitely needs to improve because he is capable of double-digit sacks. And teaming him with Marcus Stroud up in the middle, definitely one of the best defensive tackles when healthy. And their linebackers have unlimited potential in Paul Pelusny and as well as Karika Mitchell. And then you have, a dynamic secondary with Terrence McGee at cornerback and Dante Whitner, strong safety, who predicted the Bills will make the playoffs this year. So we shall see if that prediction comes true. I don't think they will make the playoffs, but you never know. They do have enough talent to do that. But the key is Trent Edwards at quarterback. He needs to take the next step, or teams will stack 8 in the box against Marshawn Lynch, Marshawn Lynch, their running back, second-year running back out of Cal, had a great rookie season last year. And if it wasn't for Adrian Peterson, he would have won NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. And he's ready to take the next step. But Jason Peters, Pro Bowl left tackle, has not ended his holdout yet, and that's a concern going into the regular season. But I have to say, definitely, the Bills, they will battle for that 6th playoff spot, but I think the Jets, as I was saying before, the Jets have, I think, more veteran leadership, and that should help them pass Buffalo and be able to make the playoffs over Buffalo. And then the Miami Dolphins, they're going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL, maybe the worst team. They're going to compete with the Kansas City Chiefs for the first pick in the 2009 draft. And Chad Pennington gives them a veteran presence, but he doesn't really have the offensive weapons around him. Other than you have Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams, the running back 2-headed monster. They're going to do a running back by committee. But the problem is both of them have durability issues. So both of them will not be healthy for the entire season. But we will see what happens as we go on in the season. If they can stay healthy, then Miami could definitely stay close in some games. And because the offensive line is getting better with the addition of first overall pick from the 2008 NFL Draft, Jake Long from Michigan. But defensively, the problem is they don't have any playmakers, and they just will be exposed, especially the pass defense will be exposed. And, but hey, as I said before, they should show a little bit of progress with Tony Sparano, their new head coach, and, of course, Vice President of Football Operations, one of the great leaders in NFL history, Coach Bill Parcells, who's now the VP. So it'll be interesting how Miami develops, but as I said before, they will have a top 3 pick in the NFL draft. Now, moving on I have to take a breath actually, because there's so much to talk about, literally and figuratively.